What is up? What is up? Right now we are outside, and as you can tell by the layers of clothing I have, it's a chilly day out here in Texas. It's freezing. It's cold. Us Texans can't handle the cold. We can't handle the cold. No, we cannot. I fear when it gets cold in Texas, the roads start freezing up and we start crashing into each other and pipes burst in the house and we lose power for some reason. So be careful out there this winter to my Texans. It's kind of like the Game of Thrones around these parts. Winter is coming. Anyways, so I'm fitted up. I look good. I look cute. Like I'm serving. I know the pants are really long, that they're like dragging on the floor. No one talks about how hard it is to be 6'4". Like, it's like no one talks about the struggles of being tall. Like I can never find pants that fit
the
me.
baddest bitty in the motherfucking whole motherfucking city,
To like
though.
talk from a privileged. I don't want to sound privileged, but it is hard to find pants that fit me. It's hard being tall. Any of my tall people out there? Today, not only do I look fly, we're gonna make some art. First things first on the realist. If you've never seen my art, this is what it looks like. Some type of vibe like this. A situation, this kind of situation, you know what I mean? So we're gonna paint something like that. But before we start painting, y'all, calm down. Like chill. Hold the fuck on. We gotta catch a vibe first. So first thing you do before you do a piece of art, acquire land. Mark your territory. Find a spot. Explore, find a nice spot. Where gives the vibes? You see that bird? Like, this is the vibe that I'm on right now. What's gonna inspire you to make this the best painting you ever made? Set camp, make sure you have the essentials. Art supplies, energy. Get some energy. Do a line of Coke. I don't care what you gotta do. Go on a run, work out, drink some coffee, drink an energy drink. Do whatever you gotta do. Smoke a blunt. Did they hit the bird? No. No one else saw that. Damn, okay, made it wavy as fuck. I wish I had a boat. I really wish I had a boat. I would be that guy. What was I saying? I already kind of drew out what I wanted to paint. So I did something of this nature, right? So I just drew a bunch of like shots of like the vibe I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do it in the city. This one's really cool. And then I was like, okay, I want to do my character, this guy Roach, and then the skull guy, like, creeping up on him in an alleyway. And then I just drew it like this. So this is what it's going to kind of be, like him standing against this, like, brick wall, smoking. And then his skeleton demon guy peeking around the corner. So that's all I know right now. And I kind of sketched out the outline of, like, the background. I don't know if you can see it, but the brick wall, I drew that out. The street, the city, skyline, the little characters that are going to be cut out. And go right there. Bing. Here's him. So first things first on the realist, I get all the supplies, boom, my watercolor, my outline, paintbrushes, my water, my cup for the water. So first we just block in the color. So I know that this brick wall is going to be red. So we simply just put red. And we're gonna get hype. We're gonna get so hype. This shit's gonna be magnificent. Boom. It doesn't matter if I don't know the tone of red that I wanted in. It's okay. We simply just do red first. Brick wall, waterfall, girl, you think you know it all. But you don't. I do. So poof with the attitude. So we paint this brick wall red. Like I said. Shoot you in the head. Just really just block in that shit. Don't think too hard about it. So now I'm just blocking in the background buildings with some red. And it feels real good out here, y'all. Like, I'm under some weeping willows. It's fall. It's chilly. It's windy. There's dragonflies right there. The sun is like just like kissing my skin, like warm. I'm not hot. I have my sword. I'm LARPing out here alone, talking to a camera. Like, life could not be any better. And cherry on top, I'm painting and I'm off of work. Like, do not fuck with the kid. Never doubt the kid. Okay, so boom. I did the first layers of just like blocking in color. So I did all the concrete, like bluish grays for the sidewalk and the road. The brick wall, it's gonna be way more detailed. That's just the base red layer. The city in the background, I did like 3 layers of city. So the back layer, like a darker red, maroonish. Middle layer, purple buildings. More closer layer, red buildings. These lines are going to be the lines in the road, like the yellow lines. My character is going to be right here, standing here, and the skeleton is going to be peeking around this corner. This brick part is really my favorite right now. I just love how the brick is turning out. I'm doing all the different color brick. I'm doing like reds and oranges and browns. And it's gonna look even better when I outline it and shade it. And now it's a few days later. Kind of finished most of the background painting, so I started drawing my characters with ballpoint pen. This is always the most enjoyable part. I like drawing more than painting. And I really like how my little cowboy character, Roach, looks. But he's just chilling. He's smoking a cigarette against this brick wall. He probably just got done drinking at the bar. And he's just about to, like, you know, walk home in the dark. And there's just, like, his demon skeleton is watching him. But he's a chill dude. I like drawing with ballpoint pen because it's more of just like a softer outline. Like, I used to do such bold outlines with my pen, and it does give an effect, but I think the softer outline is more realistic, kind of. Like, I mean, it's not that realistic, but giving it a soft shade outline instead of a thick, like, black marker outline. Someone actually said on my TikTok, I love when people say this, when they're like, your art reminds me of Courage the Cowardly Dog and Invader Zim, I think someone said. Or someone said something, I don't know. But I love that because they they're spot on. Like, those are like, every time someone says my art reminds them of something, it's like spot on what my inspirations were. Like, I love Courage the Cowardly Dog. That is like a really big inspo for my art. And Invader Zim. Oh, the lever. Tim Burton. Like, I don't, Junji Ito. Like, every time someone like relates my art to something, it's so like, it blows my mind, because that's literally all my biggest inspirations. Like, I kind of just like took from all of them and just combined them into one. Anyways, so after I finished Roach, the shading and everything, I really liked how he turned out. And I need to do his smoke from his cigarette still. I started to do my Grim character. He basically haunts Roach. He follows him around. He's just like this demon ghost, and he creeps on him. He's creepy eepy. He's a cornball. He just makes fun of him, and it's kind of like Death Note. It's like his Shinigami. It's like, it's just like this dude, like, but like they're friends because he deals with him. But he's cute. Like, everyone has a demon. You know what I mean? Like, everyone carries around a demon. You learn to live with them. So he kind of learned, he's like his, like, they're like dating. No, they're not dating. But you know what I mean? You gotta date your demons. One day you'll realize you never get rid of your demons. You never get rid of depression. You just learn to live with it. And that's what this character symbolizes. Alright, and then after shading my boy and yapping, I outline him with some ink. Some calligraphy ink and my calligraphy pen. I know I just said I don't like doing like a thick outline. I don't like doing like a thick, consistent outline, like a Sharpie or like a pen. These like calligraphy pens, like, you can make the lines. It just feels more natural because the lines can like go thick and thin really easily. So I just like to give it a little dark outline so it pops more on the painting, and just so like it looks very defined. This is also my favorite part. I say everything's my favorite part. I just love art. Everything about art, all of it. But this part do be stressing me though, like, I really try. I'm like, I'm not gonna smudge. And I always smudge. I have sweaty hands in general, so it doesn't help, but it really bothers me when I smudge. It's fine, I just kind of go with the flow and just leave it, but like, it's just really annoying. I don't get how people don't smudge when they use these. I'm like, Wield your blade. Acquire your blade of choice. Start cutting out that boy. This part really scares me. I have impulsive thoughts, like, really bad, so something about this tiny little blade, any blade, knives around me, I don't know. Impulsive thoughts, like, they scare me. Like, I don't have problem not acting on my impulsive thoughts. It's just the thoughts that I do have scare me in the moment, and I'll be like, why did I think that? And I'm scared. So this whole process of this tiny little blade in my hand is truly a journey of fear. And I know I should be using my sword I just bought to cut this out, but I'm only going to use that for certain occasions. Rip him out. Skin that boy. Gut him. This is what I call the gutting process. Rip him out of that shell. Skin that boy alive. Rip him out. Take him, get him out of there. Pull him. Don't rip him now. Don't rip that. It's kind of like the plucking stage of when you kill a chicken. And yes, I've killed a chicken. and we pulled all the wings out, all the feathers out. I mean, all the little feathers, you pluck it, you skin that boy, you take out all the feathers, and you boil him. And when you kill a chicken, you cut him off by the head and swing him by the neck to stop blood flow or something. So we were swinging him by the neck. That was traumatizing for me. I don't recommend doing that. It wasn't that fun. It was a humane way to kill them, I think, though. Like, at least we weren't, like, smushing them in, like, a compressor. Or, I don't know. It's not that... It's... So, I am outside right now. It feels really good. I have to go to work soon, which isn't fun. But I was just writing in my journal. I was writing in my journal, and I was just looking back through my older writings. Okay, it's not that old. It's from, like, let me see. It's from July 14th. What is it right now? Okay, 5 months ago. 5 months ago. No. 4. Wait. What the heck? I'm scared. I don't like thinking about time. Anyways. I felt like it was last week. Anyways, I found this little... Not that. I found this little thing I wrote about my character Roach and, like, the city he lives in. Or he doesn't live in the city, actually. Actually, he doesn't. But I just found, like, a little writing I did and I wanted to read it. I'm not the best writer. I just like to write. Like, can I vibe? Okay. And this is very much related to the painting that I'm doing because he's just on a vibe in the city. Roach liked to be alone. He did not like to speak to the city people. They were dead. Empty vessels that walked aimlessly around, screens over their eyes. The people here are held together by metal plates and screws. They had tangled wires for veins. Oil pumped through them like blood. The city folk over time had technically modified themselves so much that any trace of human was gone. Everyone was some cyborg except Roach and a few others. Roach is one of the last pure humans left. He tended to avoid crowds. Around 4 p.m. is when people get off of work, giant hordes of city folk walking in unison along the small sidewalk. Roach liked to let them pass. He hated the smell of gasoline that leaked out their faces. They smelt of smoke and oil. They too didn't care for Roach. They looked down on him. Roach only goes to the city to drink at his favorite bar. The bartender that works there is Roach's one and only friend. That's a little bit of lore, I guess. Just about, like, what type of vibe Roach is on. He just don't fuck with nobody, like... He don't like nobody, but he does have this one friend that I've drawn a few times. I'll show him. And he works at the bar that he loves. But yeah, that was just a little writing I did. Let me know how that was. And I'm gonna throw it right back to you. So now I'm just doing the finishing touches where I shade the background painting with pen. It does take a long time, I think. It's pretty much like the longest part, but it's when it looks finished finally. And these brick parts are really cute. And I'm so glad I decided to shade because for some reason I was like, maybe I shouldn't shade. Sometimes I feel like I ruin it when I shade the background. I don't know why I thought that, because this is, like, probably the best part. It gives it so much character, so much grime and dirt. Because, like, look at this bottom part of the bricks. I feel like if the shading wasn't there, it's not eating. And you know I have to eat. I have to eat. No crumbs are left, ever. I'm also painting, or doing this part in my car, which is really satisfying for me. I love to be in my car. Like, it's like my little studio. Bum 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 Finished. Framed. I got these frames from Walmart. And I framed 3 of them. And I added my little signature. I really like the little notebook paper cutout of my signature and my initials. I think that looks really sick. I like the collage sort of look. But, boom. I really like how they looked framed. The mat was actually it was a pre-cut mat from just like Walmart, whatever, that came with this. And it covered too much of my painting. It wasn't the right sizing. But, so I just ended up putting it over the mat. I know that defeats the whole purpose of the mat. My grandma's actually owned a frame shop for like so long. Like my whole life. She doesn't do it anymore. But I can just have her show me how to do it. I have like a cutter thing. I think that could be used for cutting mats. So that would be cool. 'Cause the mat, I just learned what the mat is for. Like this the border that goes on top of it and it gives like this much of a space. It's actually for when your art expands over time. I think. Like the moisture in the painting, it expands over time, so you need that tiny little space. Or I think maybe in like a lot of years the glass will break. I don't know. Let me know if that's wrong. That could be misinformation. But that's what that's for, that little like square that's around the painting. And my grandma actually did a lot of that when I was growing up, and she like goes ham with it. Like she does like different colors, like multiple different mats like layered up together, so there's like multiple different colors. I don't even know how to explain it. She was just goated. So I should probably have her mat these and show me how to do that. Anyways, I think this is really my favorite one so far. Every time I make one, they just get better and better. Let me take a thumbnail picture. Y'all want to see? I think it's going to be like this. Maybe I need more light. Zooey mama. Here, let me put the mic down. The mic, my earbuds. Okay. Okay. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, drop a comment. Tell me which one's your favorite out of all of them so far. Am I getting better? Am I getting worse? If you don't want to hear me yap, follow my TikTok. I would suggest that. You can just watch me on mute, basically. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. We're gonna do more. We're gonna do bigger. We're gonna do better. We're gonna do a lot. And I want to make these into prints eventually. I just gotta, learn how to do that. Or, no, I know how to do it. I just gotta do it. So that would be cool. Anyways, thank you for watching. Subscribe.
Know you're trying hard to make it. I know you live your life faking, wishing things weren't how they should be. I'm just trying hard to save me. Now it's just a baby. will